Next, we're going to talk about how to pack your impact. Packing doesn't end after you've zipped up your suitcase. Packing a positive attitude and an open mind is just as important as packing ethical gear. Zach Hetrick from Hostelling International USA knows all about packing a positive impact and making the most out of an adventure, and he's going to share some of those tips with us today. Zach Hetrick is the Sustainability Manager at HiUSA, a nonprofit social enterprise and network of over 50 hostels that inspires a genuine understanding of people, places, and cultures for a more tolerant world. Zach has helped the organization continue its journey towards sustainability by developing efforts that improve the impact of the hostel network and engage the travel community. He has a degree in environmental policy and science. If you have questions for Zach, please include them in the chat window, or you can tweet at us at ITM Summit 17.
Hey everybody, my name is Zach Hetrick, Sustainability Coordinator at Hostelling International USA. I'm absolutely thrilled to be part of the conference here today and share with you our sustainability journey and how you can be more sustainable as a traveler yourself. I couldn't have picked a better spot to say hello. I'm staying outside of High Portland Hawthorne, the HiUSA hostel that for 2 years in a row has been recognized by guests as the most sustainable hostel across Hostelling International. So come with me, let's get started.
Let's start by answering what should be a pretty simple question for us here. How do we define sustainability? What is it that we're actually working towards? A common held definition for sustainable development is meeting the needs of the current generation without sacrificing the needs of future generations. And that's pretty good, but it's also quite passive. It's almost like, don't take too much. Leave a little behind for others. But today's problems require more than that. They require us to be active. So I like to think of sustainability in that way too, and rather using today's opportunities to make opportunities for others tomorrow. For today's conversation, every trip is an opportunity to make a difference in oneself and in the locations that we're visiting. And with 1.2 billion travelers now internationally per year, we all have an obligation to travel more responsibly. But before I get into that, let me first answer the question, who is HiUSA? We are a nonprofit who looks to inspire a genuine understanding of people, places, and cultures for a more tolerant world. We do this through a network of hostels in the US, 50 of them about, and we're part of an international network of more than 3,000 hostels worldwide. We are one of the top 3 highest rated hostel providers in the world and have twice as many hostels as the other top 5 rated associations combined. Last year, our 50 hostels hosted 1 million overnight stays, but we're way more than a place to stay. Our hostels are active community hubs that provide experiences for travelers from all over the world, as well as local community members that inspire greater intercultural understanding and global stewardship. And all that's pretty cool coming from me, but I thought it'd be even better hearing it firsthand from our staff.
HiUSA is here to inspire a deeper understanding of people, places, and cultures for a more tolerant world.
Yeah, it's shared rooms, it's bunks, it's shared baths and all this, but it's also, you walk through the halls and you hear like 9 different languages. They're not just closed behind a door in a private room, they are in your room. They're at your breakfast table.
There's different people from all over the world coming. They have different backgrounds, different stories. Everyone's so open, different characters. They come alive in hostels, don't they?
So especially in the morning, when you go to the kitchen, you're gonna see a lot of people make breakfast, different countries. They told you, you wanna try my cook? I say, okay. So and we try to talk about it.
When people are coming from all over the world and meeting each other, and they're coming from all these different countries, they're able to meet each other and learn from each other in ways that represent the country they come from.
Instead of traveling to these places, the places are coming to me. I feel like I'm learning things just by being here.
While you watch TV and you see everything that's going on around the world, and you come to this place and you see all the magic that goes around, people from different religion and different cultures that don't get along back home get along here, and they participate in our events, and it's just magical.
So that's our message, and we need your help spreading it. How? It's easier than you might think.
The mission statement basically just spells it out for people that we're here to reduce violence and prejudice in the world by introducing people to each other and getting them into foreign cultures.
Understanding people, understanding places, understanding cultures, that's kind of the basis for tolerance, and the point behind Hi USA's mission is that those things are diverse and that diversity should be celebrated instead of seeing it as something that makes us enemies.
Again, the easiest way to explain our mission is just say we want people not to be scared of different cultures, for people to understand that everyone is extremely similar.
A lot of people really do agree with our mission statement, agree that traveling is a great way to meet people and to build tolerance.
Every day that I come to work, I feel that I make a difference. I feel that I am pushing our mission, and I just love this place.
We wish to inspire a community of active global citizens. And so as part of the International Year of Sustainable Tourism for Development, we launched the Pack Your Impact campaign, which aims to help travelers pack social impact into their travels while reducing their environmental impact. And through that, we've launched a multitude of different online resources and in-hostel activities as well, which I'll go through. So what do we mean by packing your impact? Well, first, it's a matter of what are you doing on your trip to be more responsible? But also, what are you doing when you get home or before your next trip? It's about being conscious of things like energy or water usage, the waste we're creating, how we're getting around, what we're buying, or the experiences that we're choosing to have. All of these things and more while we're traveling have an environmental and social impact that when we're being responsible can be a positive force. And also paying our experiences forward. How can we share what we've learned with others to inspire them too? Or advocate so others can have similar experiences as us? How can our travels be educational? How can what we do support the local communities that we're visiting? And how can we maybe give back to them along the way? For today's discussion, I wanted to focus on 5 ways that you can pack your impact. For my first tip, travel with your passions. What is it that drives you? Let this drive the way you travel. And I guarantee that you'll learn more about yourself and leave a stronger impression on the places you visit. We created a travel personality quiz to help spark some ideas. The quiz asks a series of simple, fun questions that result in a travel personality type. Questions like, what animal would be your ideal travel companion? It's meant to be fun and engaging, but ultimately the travel personality type that you get, we give you some ideas on how you can pack your impact. Now, every trip is an opportunity to make an impact, whether it's a weekend to go see your parents, or it's a 2-month holiday in Europe. But knowing just a little bit more about yourself can help you figure out how to make a bigger impact in yourself and the place you're visiting. Maybe you are a fun-loving change maker who would enjoy giving back along the way, like donating to a local cause. Or maybe you're a laid-back wanderer who'd enjoy hiking on the California coast with a bag, keeping the trail and beach clean along the way. Regardless of your personality type, there are so many different ways for you to make an impact. My next tip for the day is to simply start a conversation. Now, Mark Twain said that travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. And this all starts with a conversation. Travel gives us the opportunity to meet new people every day. And if we open our ears, you might just discover a hidden destination, or a local secret or norm, or maybe even have your perspective changed on the place you're visiting, the culture that you're experiencing, or maybe even the place that you call home. In our hostels, you'll find our communal design and vibe tries to promote conversation and interaction between our guests and our community visitors. And we have fun games like High Cards, which is a deck of conversation starters, as well as daily activities and events that bring travelers and community members together. Now that we've made some new friends, let's go explore. How can we have a truly local and responsible experience? Maybe that means going into a place and having a locally inspired beverage that you've never had before, or shopping local, handcrafted items that you find nowhere else on earth. Maybe it's going on a bar crawl, but not just any bars, the bars that maybe source their ingredients locally or give back to their community in some sort of way. Maybe it's dressing up like a local and having that sort of perspective, or immersing yourself in other cultural norms like music. Or maybe just finding a person who's been a local all their life and asking them for advice. These are the types of things that represent the UNWTO's responsible traveling tips. And we took them and gamified them by turning them into missions and putting them into a scavenger hunt. The hunt is on Goose Chase, which you can download right now, the app that is, search Pack Your Impact, and begin to play today. You can play anywhere right now for free and win prizes. Again, for free and win prizes. Once you've found a game inside of Goose Chase, you can scroll the missions, some of which I just outlined on the slide before. And then when you're able to accomplish them, snap a photo or write a little comment. There's a live feed. To date, we have hundreds of missions already accomplished by several players. There's a leaderboard too. And at the end of each game, the top 3 winners will receive prizes. We have 5 games scheduled for the rest of the year, and the first one ends June 19th. Each of the 5 games is dedicated to one of the UNWTO's responsible travel tips. At the end of the first game, the grand prize is a 2-night stay for 2 in San Diego or New York. So I hope you'll download the app today and come play with us. My next tip for you today is to not keep the experience to yourself. Pay it forward. One way to do this is by bringing friends together and sharing your experiences around dinner, one of the best places to have a great conversation. Imagine inviting 3 friends over who each invite another person that no one else knows. This is very much like the atmosphere of a hostel, where people come from all over the world to share a meal and discussion. When you get them all together, play a game, break the ice, have a conversation. We have the High Cards that you can download for free that might help you do this off of our website. We've had some of our partners, like Wonderful, host these own dinner parties in our communities, and they've resulted in some incredibly powerful conversation and experience sharing. You can check them out at #PackYourImpact. Another idea is to support programs that help other travelers. We have a program called Explore the World, where in the past 2 years, we've awarded over 170 Americans with $2,000 travel scholarships to make an impact while exploring the world. All of the applications are graded by local volunteers who prioritize would-be travelers who are traveling for either the first time, demonstrate a commitment to responsible travel, and or demonstrate a financial need. This year's application period is closed, but will reopen later this year. And there are so many different ways to be involved. If you're a would-be traveler, you can apply, obviously. If you're in one of our communities with hostels, you can act as a volunteer to help support the travelers in their application process. Or if you're financially capable, you can actually support one of our scholarship winners in your local community. You can learn more about this on our website. And lastly, for my last tip today, stay somewhere sustainable. Maybe that means staying somewhere that is eco-certified, or staying somewhere that is highly rated by guests for their sustainability efforts, like 97%, or somewhere that has significant sustainability achievements, like getting all of their electricity from American windmills. These are just a few good reasons to stay at HiUSA or at any sustainable accommodation. You can learn more about our hostels, our programs, and other ways to further pack your impact on our website and on social media. I hope you'll come explore with us soon. Here's my contact information. Feel free to reach out to me at any time or leave a comment now below. Take care and be conscious. Thank you.